But yes, hey, that's why it's called the Fun Wacky National Holiday. Right, you get the sugar-free fudge if you got diabetes.
That's bad for you.
Right.
It's an aphrodisiac.
That's it.
So today we got the history. Today, in 1884, America got its first roller coaster at Coney Island.
Coney Island. That's still up and running?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Booming. Okay. Yes, and it cost a nickel to ride the roller coaster.
Hold on, right now?
No, in 1884. I don't know
anything.
anything. Does anybody know anything that costs a nickel? Nothing.
Bubble gum.
Anything.
Where?
Where? 25 cents.
Because it's 25 cents.
25
I
cents.
don't chew it, but I still thought it was a nickel. So I much I know.
Oh my God.
You know, you tell me a little piece of bazooka is 25 cents.
You said bazooka. Who remembers bazooka? You're telling your age.
Right.
With the comic strip.
Stop chewing bazooka.
Right. Bazooka. These millennials don't know what bazooka is.
The cartoon?
They don't know what that is. You're talking about millennials, you know.
They know about Big Chew.
The land of the cell phone.
So we also got today, 1903, Ford became incorporated. It was Ford Motor Incorporation. So that's good. Also, in 1963, first woman in space today.
Okay, cool.
Yes, in 1975, first African-American talk show, game host show, Adam Wade. The show was called Musical Chairs.
Musical Chairs,
Remember
yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Musical Chairs, yes. Ain't that awesome?
Black Man Game
Yes.
Show, first time.
Yeah, yep.
Musical shit.
Yes.
Yep.
Today in Black History, yes.
And then 1972, we had Kenneth Gibson was elected first black African-American mayor of Newark. And so, also, Tupac has a birthday, and he's also in history. He's the first legendary rapper of all time, singular artist that was put into history.
Wow. Okay.
So that's all I got, guys. Let's get to the men versus women because everybody's ready and they want to see and know what the answers are. Let's go.
Men versus women, let's go.
We'll start. What we'll do, we'll throw out a subject. We'll start with double standards. Got it?
I got a question.
Yes.
What?
Why it's only 3 of us and 5 of y'all?
No, we're not
no,
involved.
we're
We are the
hosting.
mediators
Yes.
and the host of the show.
Because we're hot. That's why.
Oh, well, we're definitely there.
Right.
Men always gonna lose. We always gonna lose.
Have some self-confidence. Have a little self-confidence.
That's it.
Okay. Let's go, sis.
Yes, you
All
want
right.
to
So
person.
yes, we want to go ahead. Start with the ladies. Please say your name
I'm Candace. I'm Rolanda. I'm Deidre.
and the man.
I'm Kirk Muhammad.
I'm Mike.
All right.
And welcome to the show, guys and girls. You ready?
Yes.
Let's go ahead.
So we'll start with the ladies. Double standards. What are your thoughts?
I definitely know that men have double standards, and they are not afraid to imply or make sure they're in place.
That was a pretty serious statement you just made.
But
You
didn't
said
say
men
that.
have a
You
double
didn't say that.
standard.
You didn't say what those double standards were. Those double standards.
I would say an example is maybe if you're in a relationship or you're married and your husband goes and gets a car maybe once a year, but he thinks you should keep your car until it can't run anymore.
Wow. Wow.
Or you might be driving a G6 while he's driving a Mercedes because it's his toy. So that's a double standard, I think.
Good thinking.
I mean, I guess
agree with that.
I could understand something like that. That could be a problem, right? Maybe the guy's car that they buy every year is for a family or something. I don't know. You know, I guess that's an individual thing or whatever. You know, it's kind of not necessarily personal, but that's something that you guys have. Everybody don't have a problem.
Right. That's just an example.
Does that happen to you?
I'm not in a relationship right now, so no, it doesn't happen to me.
Did it ever happen to you?
No, but I've seen it. Or
Okay.
people I've dated, they might go through cars quick and they're like, why are you trying to get a new car? I'm like, well, I've had it for 5 years and you've had 5 since the year I've known you. So just kind of something I've seen.
But you do know, though, that every time people going to get cars, it's not for the reason they always tell you. Sometimes people will get cars because the one you seen them in before, if it wasn't their car, they miss a couple notes on it. You know what I'm saying? And people don't can't pick it up. And they got a tax check, so they went back to another body and got refinanced on something else.
That's true.
You know,
That's
so
true.
you'll see people going through cars where your 5-year car could be bought and paid for. You got title, pink slip, all of that. Whereas the other person, you know, running through these cars, they don't have what it may appear they have.
Right.
What about you? You feel the same way?
I would just say my point of view on double standards is that when you are considering a relationship, and this is way before marriage or way before that committed relationship time, you will be able to notice or pick up on a person who has double standards or has an idea that the relationship is supposed to be unbalanced, because double standards means unbalanced, based on kind of some of their other beliefs. And that would be kind of like what they view as, for instance, I'm in the dating phase of life again, been through a lot of different phases, but now I'm back to dating, and noticing how men, their ideas of women, what they should be doing, how they should be behaving. I noticed that way early on, like in the beginning phases of getting to know each other. So if I notice some things like double standards like that, like my material things are more important or should be more up to date than your material things, then that's going to be something that's kind of a red flag. Okay, this guy has an idea about women that is a double standard that may not fit for what I believe about how a relationship should be balanced. So those things are, if you pay attention, for those who are in the dating phase of relationships, if you pay attention to how people behave early on, you will be able to recognize some of those double standards early. So when you're in that relationship and things are unbalanced, you'll be able to say, you know what, I noticed this early on. I noticed that when we were dating, his idea of women was very unbalanced. He thought women should be doing this, or he talked about women doing this, or his views of women in these particular situations were, okay, a man should be the boss, or a man should be in a position to make all the decisions related to finances and family and children and things like that. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, as long as there's some agreement early on in a relationship that this is what I agree to. But the problem comes when you notice those things, you get in a relationship and you ignore them, or you think that, okay, once I get in a relationship, it's going to be different.
It's going to change.
Yeah.
I'm going to fix that.
Right. And I'm going to convince
change.
him.
Yeah,
I'm going to convince him
he's
that
going to agree with me.
Kirk, you look like you got
that's a
something to
better way
say.
of thinking and
Yeah.
living. So
you have a great thought process.
yeah, when it comes to double standards, I think we all have ideas about where we want to be in relationships, but you can bypass some of those issues where now you have a new car, I don't, if you're being more aware in that dating phase.
Right.
That's what I.
That was great.
That was great.
I appreciate your
You
Thank you,
spoke
Ramona.
about
Go ahead, Kirk.
balance. I mean, speaking about relationships, somebody's got to do woodwork. Somebody's got to do windows. Somebody's not going to like one or the other, but if you come together and compromise, that brings that balance.
Absolutely.
In the beginning of a relationship, I always found that you come to a mutual agreement right off the top. First thing you should agree on is that you're going to jump right into bed with each other. That's the first thing that'll kill a relationship, is that you put all your goods right out there in the beginning. There's nothing left to the imagination. There's nothing left. Myself, I've been married 31 years.
Wow. That's awesome.
Going strong. And I'm faithful, I'm dedicated, and it's because that woman of mine made me wait. I mean, the whole calendar year clock, the whole year, before we even took it to the next level. And it was just, I was so comfortable with it. And throughout those years, we found a balance. I'll do the toilet. I clean the toilet every single day, and I do not bat a lash. And she cooks. And now that she's working again after giving me babies, and they're big now, I'm cooking. I hit the internet, hey, how do you do this? How do you do that? But we found a balance.
serenity.
You keep striving.
That's a rarity.
Hold your standards high.
That's right.
Don't settle down for nothing. Make men strong. And like the sister was saying that sometimes he wants to put you in a hoopty for a long time. I bought her a better car than myself. It's one way that a man can earn that title of being king of his household is he got to raise that queen up.
Right.
She'll cook you something if you treat her right.
That's right. Be happy to.
She'll rub your feet if you rub hers. That balance, that's big. You stick with that.
One thing that you mentioned about like that beginning phase of relationships where you become sexually active with each other, or you start to have sex early, that's kind of part of that double standard, because the standard of relationships nowadays, and I think Denisha and I just briefly touched on this before we started, is that there's an expectation for sex, and that is just what relationships are now, and that is a standard that is somewhat of a double standard, because if you don't, then there may be a chance that you lose out on this particular relationship with this particular person.
Within the relationship, not for you.
And that's what
It's not for you.
I
It's not
understand
for-
that.
I mean,
But
we're on the same side. We're on the same side. Don't get me wrong. We're on the same side.
in relationships, when it comes to those double standards, like if you notice that
It's a
early
double
on,
standard.
you have to be able to say, well, you know what? If I have to compromise everything that I believe in and everything that I want to uphold to be in this relationship or to be involved with this person, and that's a double standard. Because what are you giving up? What are you compromising? What are you giving? Where are you pushing your boundaries so that you can be with me?
Right, where are you stretching yourself?
Exactly.
If I'm stretching myself to the limit, stretching myself to be with you and to be in the same, in connection with you, what are you doing to stretch yourself? If we're doing all the stretching, which I'm just going to say this, women stretch. We stretch ourselves. If we're stretching and we're giving and we're compromising, then what is it that a man is supposed to, where's your place? Where's your role? What are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I got two things I want to say.
Speak up, Therese. We can't hear you.
I got two things I want to say real quick. One, you said about the stretching. Yes, ladies, y'all do a lot of stretching. But what is giving if you never let me forget? You know what I'm saying? Like you say you stretch, you got to keep reminding me that I know what you do. I see.
Well,
You know
that's
what
the
I'm saying?
individual.
I mean, but you know how that goes on. You know, you constantly remind, I'm doing this for you, I'm doing that for you.
Well, then,
But if I tell you all the things and things that I do, you be like, well, that don't count.
that can be very
That's,
uncomfortable.
you know,
Yeah, because you can discount what I'm doing in the
Yeah, and that's,
process.
you know, and that's a problem, you know what I'm saying? It's the expectations, you know, that people have set for themselves. You got a certain expectation you expect for a man, you know, to do. A woman has certain expectations. I can really touch on both the things I wanted to say. I think that as a society, obviously everybody here of color, men and women of color who are still heterosexual, you know, we done lost the art of intimacy. You know, like the only way to be intimate is to, you know, you know, well, you know, really, truthfully, I done been with a lot of women. You know, on a lot of different levels. Some of them sexual, some of them not sexual, but that intimacy, that's the most important thing.
But you have to define that because everyone doesn't know what that is.
Hold on.
Some people think intimacy is just laying down in a supine position, horizontal.
No, they
What
don't.
is what
They just
a
don't
lot
know.
of people?
They haven't
what is-
identified. You
what
know
is
what intimacy is?
Yeah.
Intimacy is when you meet somebody, and y'all get to talking, before you look up, sun coming up. Intimacy is you meet somebody, and y'all cool,
Cool.
y'all just ride out and go have some fun.
Cool. I gotta, you know what? I don't think
William,
When
wait
I
a
say
minute, one
cool,
second.
hold on. You don't
Wait a minute,
understand
wait a
what
I don't understand cool.
cool.
That
You know what
I don't
cool
get it.
is? You know what cool is? You can communicate.
Okay.
You can have conversations on a wide variety of subjects.
Okay.
Be it sports, current affairs,
Okay.
take some food, lot of different things. You know what I'm saying?
Right, keep it clarified.
This is God's creation. There are a lot of different things that we can discuss other than, you know what I'm saying, the thing. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
the thing? What's the thing? Yeah.
You mean sex?
Maybe you need to have the
You
word
mean
out there.
sex?
Yeah. We need to say what you want to say.
We're adults. Sex.
Right.
That's okay.
I'm going to get glued on your show.
It's okay.
No, you're not. It's all good.
Plus, I'm in front
right.
of some lovely ladies.
We appreciate
and
the sex.
I'm not, you know,
But
I'm
we're
not
all
always
adults. It's
comfortable
okay. Sex.
saying certain things.
It's okay.
You know,
Ladies, shall we all say sex?
Sex.
We're okay
Sex.
with that.
William, you got something to say? You
all right, one
you
more
got a lot on
drink.
your
I'm gonna
mind.
have y'all saying something else.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
no,
I
no,
gotta
no.
leave that alone. But I'm just gonna end with saying though, when you say what's cool, that's what it is. You know what it is. It's a feeling inside. You know, cool is, hey, fuck it, I'm off this weekend. Just run to Cincinnati. You know, go to Kings Island. Not because everybody going.
Right.
Because I got time, you got time,
Right.
and let's spend some time.
Oh.
That's cool.
High five.
Cool ain't going because everybody else going.
Mhm.
That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? I don't really like doing stuff because it's the cool thing to do.
Okay.
I like doing stuff because it's the right thing to do.
Okay. I appreciate your clarification on cool
Wonderful.
because that's a word
awesome.
that I
That's
don't
awesome.
understand. When people say
Right.
she's cool and he's cool, I'm always thinking, what the heck is that? What does that mean?
So,
I
what
appreciate
were you
you
gonna say? Because I don't want you to lose that thought. You got something on your mind.
I was going to go back to the origin of what we're talking about in men
Right.
versus women and double standards.
Standards. Yeah.
And the thing that I guess I was thinking about was the beginning and going back into like the Bible where a male will have more value than a woman. And then you progress into life, you know, you have polygamy, things of that nature that started these types of mentalities. So in today's society, it's still to a degree practice, whether we want to admit it or not. So it's, you know, as far as you want to start a relationship with sex, it has a lot to do with why, you know, men feel it's okay to have, you know, more women. And then, you know, it's not looked upon as the same thing, you know, with women having multiple partners, things of that nature. As far as intimacy, I mean, I think intimacy is more of a mental connection when you're talking to somebody and you're listening to their thoughts and you're giving them a response in the best format that you can. As far as, you know, so intimacy is more of a listening skill. So it's really, you know, when you're talking to somebody, being intimate, you're just listening to what they're saying and actually having you know, the right dialogue to interact with them on a mental level, back and forth. That's all.
You got something, Candace?
Okay.
Well, the only thing I was going to say about earlier, when we were saying about standards and, you know, if you are, well, whether you're having sex or not, what I've learned is if you have certain standards, you can't expect that other person to read your mind. So as a woman, even though we would like a man to take us on a date because I'm cooking for him, he may not do that. So what I've done is I've just clearly stated, okay, you know, this is my side of the relationship. This is what I'm putting in, like you said earlier. Not what are you going to put in. I'm going to tell you what I would like or what I would need for you to put in order for this to stay balanced.
Okay, so may I piggyback on what you're saying? Okay, so. And you know what, you're right, because men aren't clairvoyant. They cannot read our minds. But we have got to be comfortable within ourselves to say, this is what I desire. So,
Right. And you
I'm
can
just-
choose to do it or not.
that's right, I'm going to give you my spiel. I give them a spiel. This is my spiel. This is what I do not do. I don't do X, Y, Z. I don't lay up. I don't do this. You can't meet me in the club. You can't take me home. I mean, there's certain things that I automatically let a man know. So guess what? No, I'm tons of fun. However, my thing's this. I'm not expecting to meet my dream man up in the club.
You might.
Well, I doubt it.
No.
But let
Why?
me just say, because I'm not 19 anymore, so that boat has sailed. That's fine. But I am so comfortable with who I am. I just let a man know what I'm not going to accept off the bat. Because my thing is, I want you to be very clear. I want you to be very sure. So every time you call me, you automatically know. There's no second guessing. There is no wondering. I've already shared with you what I'm not going to do. You have to pick me up. You have to take me out. Hold on. there's just some things I'm not going to do because one, it's not healthy. Two, it's not safe. And three, I love and accept and completely love who I am. So in loving myself, I know what I will accept. That's just who I am. Everyone's not like me. And it was funny because we had went out and somebody was like, oh, you sound so mean. I said, well, guess what? I'm not for you then.
Yeah.
I'm probably not for you. And that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
And that's okay because that's okay. But I give him the spiel, honey.
Go ahead, William. You got something. He
I
got
give him
something.
the spiel.
William's got something.
The spiel.
We're talking about, well, I'm going to go back to what you were saying about cars, talking about cars, and okay, so somebody, a male having a car versus, a woman maybe driving the same, that, I think a lot of that has to do more with the man feeling like he's maybe the breadwinner, so he should have the nicer vehicle, and it's more along with, it goes more along with kind of like you look good, you feel good, and then being that it's more of a motivation to be that breadwinner, and you feel like that's the reward for that position.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, so it's kind of like I said, it goes back to old time thinking. The male is in society is supposed is looked upon as being higher than the female. So that going back to what you were saying, that's kind of like what I was kind of anyway.
And that makes sense. And I'm not saying it's bad that. I'm just saying that was an example of a double standard.
That was a good example. But this is my thing. If I'm to me, a man, I mean, this is men versus women, and everybody has good thoughts. And I would have to agree with everyone's thinking. That makes us different. Women versus men, okay? But if I'm with a man, he should want to see me in the better vehicle. And I agree with this brother right here because you want to know that your woman's safe. So you get a new car because it's your toy because you're the breadwinner. To me, it's a double standard. Not only is it a double standard, but to me, it's I just don't agree with that because I would want to know that my female is safe, trucking through the snow, trucking in the alleyways, wherever she is. And if she has a better vehicle, I would feel more comfortable with that. But everyone doesn't agree with that.
Wait a minute. So, okay, so you're saying the vehicle situation. You guys, I know you guys are talking about that a lot for the double standard.
We're talking about other things, but
right. But that's like the main subject right now. So, what do you have to say, Therese, real quick? Because
I'm just saying, real quick, whatever. You having a better vehicle don't mean you got the safer vehicle. You mad because my car costs more than yours?
no,
Or do
it's
you
bad
want to be
because
safe?
your car costs
Do you
more.
want a Volvo?
My thing is, I want to be
Yeah.
safe, and if I'm gonna be with a man, I would expect for him.
But
And
you
maybe
don't
he
make sure
doesn't
you're
know.
safe.
Maybe he
But you
doesn't
don't
know.
make- but you
So I
say
have to
better.
share with him.
You said safety and better.
Safety,
Those two
safety.
things on that
To me, that should be on a man's mind.
Yeah,
It should always be on a man's mind if he cares about a woman. Her
You understand
safety.
better. You said better.
Okay, better could be safer.
No.
Okay,
Let's
well,
make
let me-
sure,
let me
let's
just
clarify
clarify.
what
Clarify.
what talking
Safe.
point we trying to get.
Safer.
Safer than what she already has.
Safer. Correct. I mean, if you're gonna ride around in a Benz and I'm gonna ride around in a Nova, there's a problem with that. I got a real problem with that.
Those don't even go together.
But I'm just saying,
We
we're
can't even pull in the same
talking
garage.
about safety.
We can't even pull in the same garage
Okay.
unless it's my old school loan.
Okay, I don't know anything about that. But I'm talking about
classic.
when you, I understand, but when you care about somebody, you want to see that they have the best and that they are safe.
If I'm in a Benz, you gonna
Especially
be in a
if you
old
care
Volvo.
about somebody. I'm just saying.
Great point,
Yes,
Deidre.
I'm
We'll wrap that one up.
yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna come back and table
That's
this.
fine. That was
But you
fair.
have something else to say about the double standards?
Well, the point that she was trying to make was, why is it that men always put the woman in the lesser vehicle?
Yes.
Right.
Or they might even
We
go
kinda-
through 5
Right.
BMWs while we're in the one car that we've still been in. Like, they kind of flip through.
Well, I'll tell you what,
the
as long as
value
he's
of
making
the
that
woman.
payment, that's fine. Just make the payment, sir.
The value of the woman
Let's
is
just go there.
Wait a minute. So
Make the payment.
the
Make the
issue,
payment.
I understand what you guys are saying, but nobody has said this. What I want to know is, why would a female allow a man? I'm not saying I'm on the men's side versus women,
Make the
but
payment.
why would you allow a man
Make
to
the
do that?
payment.
That's my thing. Like,
No,
if he is doing that, why is it allowed? If that is the case, why
Because we
women?
settle.
That's about
Because
a function
sometimes,
double
because
standards.
sometimes we settle when we care about people. We'll say, you know what? I'll wait. I'll be patient. Because
Why
as
did you-
women,
why do you
we
do
are
that,
patient
though?
because we're patient. Because
Well,
we are patient.
why
A
are they
woman's
like that?
nature is to be submissive.
But
Right,
and to be
exactly.
They
patient.
say one of the greatest gifts to a man is when a woman gives him her entire love.
I understand.
If we just go back a few years, woman was covered from head to toe. When a man came to a woman and he wanted to ask for her hand in marriage, her parents or his parents, they both had to bring gifts together
That's right,
to
a
show
dowry.
wealth.
A dowry. You're right.
There was a status. So let's come on up a little bit further. My mom and dad, God rest their souls, they died in their 70s and 80s. It's 2 or 3 years ago. But I remember their story that dad had to meet her father in their bedroom, mom and dad's bedroom. My mother's father and mother, they went in there and talked about the courtship. They had to meet on the front row at church. And they watched them for about 5 or 6 weeks before they allowed them to start going to park and movie theaters and things like that. Now let's come on up to today. You better have my money. And because the standard for valuing women has dropped so low, she's got no choice but to accept something. Oh yeah, you got a few of them that's out there that really want to hold on to the value, but the majority is accepting it.
But a woman
The man
should
got
have-
ball of clothes, he's got ball of car, she's accepting the way he treats her.
Okay, she's accepting that. But when a woman values herself, there's some things she will not accept. If that means being single because I can be, being single because I know how to be, I value
Well, you're
myself.
holding on to that old
And
standard.
that's okay.
And these
because
brothers is
eventually-
gonna keep passing up, but
That's
you need to
fine.
hold on
But he-
and keep holding out.
Because eventually,
Quit jumping into relationships
Right, you're right.
so fast that you're gonna get right out of them
my thing
again.
is, the key is having a relationship and knowing who you are. And when you do not
Now
know
the
who you
key is to
well, there's
wait.
more than one key. Okay.
Hold on.
There's a couple
Keep your
things.
legs closed.
You're right.
Keep your
No,
mouth
I
shut
agree. I
and
agree.
study your brother and make him put up or
But this
shut
is
up
one thing.
because what you doing ain't working. I'm telling you, I'm telling you what women should be doing to make these low down, dirty, rotten men step up to the plate.
I have a
What
quick
I'm
point.
saying-
I would like to
say,
make.
Deja, hold
I
on.
have a quick point I would like to make. So we're talking about the standard of cars and material things, but that is just a small portion of it. If a man feels like he is supposed to have any material thing that is, if his partner is supposed to be substandard, that's not just a material thing. That's
No.
how his mentality
Because we're
is.
not
Are we
material.
talking
You're
about
not
my
gonna
wife?
just-
Are we talking about my
We're
wife,
talking about
my baby
relationship,
mama,
and
We're talking
my
about relationship.
girlfriend?
If it's your baby's mama, you
Yeah.
still have a responsibility for that person
And you
as
should
your
have some
child's
value
mother.
for her.
However, this is a
Value.
mentality that we're talking about. We're not talking about the simple thing of this material thing is better than this material thing. It's that mentality that a man has that this woman doesn't deserve to have the things that I have, or I am more important
Right. Well,
that I can have
He
these
doesn't
things
see her
and
as
she
valuable.
doesn't.
He doesn't see her as
However, hold on just a second. However, in relationships, sometimes that is just what it is. And when we talk about double standards, and I mentioned this earlier before we started to record, it doesn't always have to be a negative thing. A double standard, because there's some things that I just don't want to do.
I don't want to do
That I
it.
expect a man to do,
That's
that I
right.
count on a man to do,
I'm not
that I
taking
like
out
a
the
man
trash.
to do. There's some things that I just don't want to do.
I'm not things to
I
know
feel
off
like
my
a man
car.
should do. So when we talk about double standards and this equality in relationships, we have to consider the whole picture and not cherry pick the things that we
Okay.
want to be equal.
And I agree.
And sometimes in those material things, we say, well, I want a man to, I want to have equal things and material things, but how much are we willing to compromise to keep up with those things? Like there's a responsibility that we all have, and double standards does not have to be bad. It has to be some balance, it has to be some negotiation, there has to be some communication, and sometimes it works in relationships. I was in a marriage at one point where my ex-husband, he had tons of cars throughout our marriage, tons. Like you're talking about every other year, new car. I had one car. for our whole marriage. And that was okay with me because I knew that that car came with a car payment, and at any given moment, if I needed to walk away, I knew what I was walking away.
You knew what you could do.
Yeah, I knew
Without
what
you.
I only wanted to take on what I was willing to be responsible for. So that was something that was negotiated, and that's how we had, and that's how our relationship was. That wasn't a big issue for me because there were some things that I expected him to do and counted on him to do that I wasn't willing to do.
I'm
So
not going to do.
where that balance comes in. And so as
Absolutely.
women, sometimes we get really, and I'm playing devil's advocate a little bit here. As women, sometimes we get caught up in this idea that I want this equality. I want to be equal to you. I want to be on the same playing field as you.
It's not the same playing field.
But it can never
It
be.
will never be.
It can never be.
It
If
will
you
never
want a
be.
man to be a man,
Be a man.
you can't expect to have the same playing field, because I have an expectation that you are going to be something greater than I, because I have expectation for you to be my covering. I have expectation for you to be my provider, my protector.
But
And
then how to
those
know
thi-
that?
in those things means that I'm going to have to, like you said, step back and be submissive in some of those roles.
Exactly.
But I count on you also to take in consideration what is good for me. So
Trust.
in trust, and that's kind of the second topic. That
Yeah,
we
let's
made.
go into
So what
trust.
do we
We're
think
going
about
right into
trust?
trust.
What do we think about
One
trust?
second.
That was a segue.
One second. We're gonna talk about trust. Please go into that, please, sister. What the
Well,
topic is?
topic will be trust. We want to talk about, do women really trust men? I mean, that's a big. We're gonna put this one on the men first.
Do anybody trust anybody?
That's right. Exactly.
Yes. Yes.
Right. Right.
I didn't come into a relationship with my wife for all these years and not be able to trust her.
Right.
I can go and come as I please, and I don't even think about if she's wondering where I am or how long it takes me to get back. We just trust each other. I've never cheated on her. I've been approached by a lot of different type of people, and it never fazed me because I don't put myself into that category where I'm going to accept some advancements. I shut it down right off the top. It's because it makes her comfortable to know that you can trust me, and she does the same thing. And I keep seeing those years clocking over and over. We don't argue, we don't fight, we compromise.
Right.
I'll put her before myself.
As you should.
And the thing that keeps me going with that is I know deep down in the spirit of myself, every prophet of God has came through the womb of a woman. So as a Muslim man, we taught to reverence the womb of a woman and keep it sacred. We have to raise her up and protect her. If you get in a relationship today and you hurt that woman by cheating on her, going out on her, holding back money on her because you want to hang out with your boys at the club or the sports bar while she sits at home and cater to those kids, your kids, you scar her heart. And once you do that to a woman and you come out of the relationship and she's there to raise those kids with your child support, if we barely pay, then she runs into the next guy and she's dragging and she can't help it. She's going to drag everything that you did to her and put it on the next guy.
He's gonna
And
pay
the
for
next guy is going to have to double up.
That's right.
Now, here we are way down in 2015. Women have tripled up and quadrupled. I don't know what goes past that. Septillion times they've been dealing with crazy food.
Crazy.
That's right.
Men
Crazy.
have destroyed women,
They're
and now
crazy.
women has gotten to the place where I don't trust any man. He's going to have to really come with the real deal. But then you got those real smooth guys. They got those cunning words, sly like foxes. Handsome. They got drag, what they call it, drag. They can throw down,
swag.
and all of a sudden, yeah,
They got
swag.
swag.
Got it. He balled. He got his card and he ain't never bought for her. He rolling in that. He dragging all his stuff, got all his paycheck saved up. He gonna throw down on you, and you go, oh, baby, and you didn't fell right into it. And all of a sudden, he got 2-3 more girls on the side. Now you got that quintillion hurt and pain going on now. How do you come out of it? How do you change it around?
It's called resilience.
You have to go back to the basics.
You stick
and
to your
make
standards.
that dude
You
wait.
stick to your standards.
He's got a drink
You-
sitting at the bar, and he's going to buy it
No,
for
thank
you. You're going to accept it.
You stick
Oh
to
yeah,
your
you know
man.
that because he's buying you something. Hey, that's the first. He's doing something for me.
I can buy my own.
What's his next step?
So one thing that
Bought
you
you something.
mentioned,
Now what you gonna do?
Mr. Kirk,
Nothing. What about
is
nothing?
how the trust in relationships, how it is damaged, and it comes from relationships that fail, relationships where the trust is broken, where someone takes advantage of that trust that you have in them, and then that sticks with you. It sticks with you throughout every subsequent relationship that you have.
Right.
So in repairing that trust, sometimes it's just a choice. However, you do have to learn something about yourself, and you look at the pattern of relationships that you had, and you say, you know what, every relationship I've been in, I've dealt with, for me, men who are for women. We deal with men that behave in a certain way. What is it that makes me feel like I have to accept this? But it comes to that person doing some some self-reflection and understanding themselves. But unfortunately, in human nature, we try to heal those hurt areas by replacing it with someone else.
And that doesn't work.
One
That
second,
doesn't
one
work.
second.
It doesn't work.
Go ahead.
Trust. I think when it comes to trust, I think the biggest thing is it's an individual.
Do you trust yourself?
So I've met women who have told me I trust a man until he proves otherwise. And then you can meet the next woman and she'll say I don't trust anybody. So I think it's an individual thing. Of course, it goes back to what they've been through. And of course, childhood, they've been strayed by their parents or growing up, things like that. So, I mean, trust as far as men versus women, I mean, I think that's an individual thing as far as, you know, what men feel, you know, most men don't literally, honestly. Most men, like I think in the casino where the guy tells the banker tells Robert De Niro, whatever, he's told, you know, most men don't trust their wives.
Right.
I mean, I think that's just a thing where a lot of men, you know, that's in general, women have more, I think, of a trusting nature that I've come across. And in general, just they're going to give you that chance to prove to them that you can be trustworthy. And then if they, you know, do not, then, you know, they have another, you know, way of looking at it.
So it's your nature to be nurturing.
Right. That's
So
our
you gonna
that's our place
Giving
in life.
and everything.
That's our place in life.
Expect the best of you.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
you see it depends on who, it really depends on who you are, but I think for women, we will find the good. We will find the good. We will seek it out because when you're good to yourself, you can seek the good out in someone else. So I think we are trusting and trustworthy and want to trust me.
Now wait a minute now.
Right.
I've been on the women's side for a while sitting here. But I'm gonna tell you something else.
What?
There's some women out there, they got some dirty hands too.
Okay, some women do. I can't speak for women that have dirty hands.
I can.
But one thing about
I'm just telling
But
you.
Mr. Kirk, one thing about the heart can be
Wait a
broken.
minute.
Hold on. The heart can be broken and it can still love and it can still trust even though it's been broken. It's what the heart naturally does.
You
It can
gotta
be broken.
find somebody
But
just like you.
But it takes self-reflection, it takes time, it takes healing of yourself and dealing with people that are good and knowing that you are good even though you've had some hurtful moments in your life. I mean, life's not over. If you wake up and you get up, life's not over. So whatever someone does and they did yesterday, I don't have to take it into today. That's just me.
Okay,
I
so
can't
Kirk,
speak
what do
for
you want to
everybody.
say?
The whole trust issue. I can say this, behind every no good woman,
No
it was
good.
a no good man
You're right.
that made her
That
that
drove
way.
you that way.
Her
Wait a minute,
nature is
wait a minute, let me
naturally
finish.
submissive.
You're right.
It's naturally
I
submissive.
agree.
Somewhere along the line, men has botched the job.
Right.
And we way down here in
You're right.
2015,
You're right. You're right.
and we got good, decent women
You're right.
that can't find a good, decent
Right.
man. Now, I'll give you an example of this. I'm raising a young man. He's 22 years old, educated. He's got a wonderful career going. I've got this guy set up. He's a musician. I mean, very handsome. His name is Hakeem. He's a perfect gentleman. I mean, this guy has everything that I put into him and his mother put into him. He opens the door. He says, yes, ma'am, no, sir. I mean, he is the perfect. If a woman lands that guy, she's got a good husband. The problem is He's counted over 150 women that have approached him, and he has not found one acceptable for him.
What makes a woman acceptable for him?
She's got to be just like him. She's got to.
Close to it.
I told him, just like I would tell any woman, I don't care how old she is, you don't have to lower your standards of living or your lifestyle or your person to have companionship.
You shouldn't.
Keep your standard high. This world is big, and there's a lot of people out there, and they are some good. I'm looking at some good, decent women all around me, and some decent men. I mean, we're right here. I don't know everybody, but I do know some of us.
Right.
We're some good, decent human beings right here. Some of us are just seeing me, and I'm seeing you guys for the first time, and I can see we're here. So don't lower your standards just to be in a relationship,
Right.
to be hurt again.
Right. Right. Because I think a woman.
Trust gonna go out the window. The first thing,
A woman needs to know.
divorce gonna set in.
You haven't even, you quiet, girl. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Get your word out. Get your word out.
Candace got something to say.
As far as trust, it's definitely a choice. You have to choose to trust, and you know, as a young woman, I didn't have a consistent father growing up, and that did affect my relationships as I got older. I had to choose to not ask for an apology from that man, but just choose to deal with those problems so that I can move on in relationships. And then I have a bad relationship. Well, then I have to choose to be accepting of the next gentleman and say, I'm not going to make him pay for the guy before him. I think it's a choice. And so if you, like you said, if you don't self-reflect and learn, your relationships have one thing in common, and it's you. You are the common denominator. And I'm not going to say you deserve the bad relationships that you might have had, but you have probably allowed them or had a part in it. And so you have to figure out what it is in you that you need to change or search for, because you can attract a different relationship if you choose to trust.
Oh my God, you can attract a different relationship.
William, right here, right quick.
Okay, William, let's go.
Yeah, yeah. What you got?
I mean,
We're
I
getting you
I
free.
wanted to say this earlier, but this kind of affects what we're talking about now. And what I was going to say is the roles, because of the double standard and the push, I would say because of the battle to equalize it. What has happened, I think, is that the man has instead of being submissive, the woman has taken up a greater role in the relationship, and the man has kind of fell back. And especially African American men, we have fallen back to where the women are almost in relationship situations now, are more of the dominant, the breadwinner, the dominant figure,
Brother Malcolm.
more of the mouthpiece. So we end up having now. I think it's so imbalanced now that it's really more messed up than it was maybe 15 years ago. Because you got men who are staying home, women that are going out to work, and then so you got the brother using the car instead of having a nice car.
You mean he's using your car, dropping you off?
Instead of having a nice car,
He's dropping you off to work.
you don't have to worry about whether or not you gotta try to beat him. He's taking you to work.
Yeah, he's dropping you off and riding around the city.
So I think that's but as far as going to the trust, my point is you can't trust him. First, you got to trust him just to be a man in the situation.
Okay,
You have to hold him to that. You
wait.
have to make sure that you hold him to that.
You have to trust him to be a man.
Yeah.
A man should already know that he's a man. But wait. He should already know that he's a man. It's not for a woman to make a man feel like a man. I can't make you feel like a man. You should already know that you are a man. Because you and I are different. You're a man, I'm a woman. Right. So you should walk in that role. But if no one's taught you to walk in that role, then that's the situation. And as far as a woman taking more of a dominant role as women, I'm sorry, but I'm with Brother Malcolm. We've been forced. We've been forced to take on that role. We've been forced. I look at people and I say, why does she look so mean, or why does she look so upset? Because you don't know what I'm thinking about all day. I got to pay the bills, pay the light bill, go grocery shopping, figure out what's going on with my car. There's a noise under my hood. I don't know what it is. Where are you? Where are you? If you've abandoned me, then guess what? I can't trust you to come take care of me or to come see about me, because you can win. So you put me in a position to do this and do this and do this. And I want a man to be a man.
What you got, Therese?
I want a man to be a man.
What you got,
Okay,
Therese?
so you this independent woman.
No.
Obviously-
I don't choose to be.
Okay, let me say what he got to say.
Wait a minute,
Deidre, let me say what he got to say. You gotta calm down. Back down, back
That's what you
down.
wanted.
Right,
Sometimes
this is what we wanted, but you got to calm down.
He don't say it. He don't say it.
That's an example.
Right,
You're this,
right,
you're
exactly.
this strong,
What you
independent
wanted?
woman or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm a strong, independent man. You really don't have a place for me. You know what I'm saying? Because
I
I'm
let you
too
in my
big.
circle, you got
I'm too
place.
big to fit in your pocket, baby. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm saying is that if you always used to doing all these things for yourself, you already know a mechanic, so I couldn't possibly suggest that you see my person. You know, you already got somebody to do your handiwork, so you obviously wouldn't need, you know, my references or resources or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a reduced hand-tied capacity when dealing with you.
I agree
You
with
know
that
what I'm saying?
because I've been in a situation
Yeah,
like
you know,
that
like,
where
I
I was
already
this
do all
dominant
this.
woman and then I met this man. He was a gentleman and he was, you know, a good guy. I had to learn how to kind of tone it down. And even if I knew how to check my oil, I just act like I didn't know how to check the oil and let him check the oil. So he could be a man. So I had to hold him to me. So I agree with that. We have to, if we see that in a relationship as an independent, dominant woman, we have to learn how to be submissive if he's a good man and let him play his manly role.
Find that balance.
What I was saying was, I'm not saying that a woman wants to do that. I'm saying sometimes a woman is forced to do that.
So you
Because we
already
don't.
been forced to
What
do
I'm
it, so
saying
where
is
does
they've
the
been
independent
forced to
man
do
come
that.
into that? When
Come
does he
in.
come in?
Come in. If you can come in, come in.
You're not gonna let
if
nobody
you're
do
allowed to.
something.
I don't want you to.
Come into your
I don't want
world
you to
and run your
necessarily.
world.
Okay, I'm not
I know
speaking.
you've been doing it this way.
I'm not-
This
okay.
how we gonna be doing it
I'm,
now.
okay, so I'm just saying, in some instances, I'm not necessarily saying me. I'm just saying I've seen it happen. I've seen it happen.
So
I'm
wait a
not
minute,
saying it's
are you
necessarily
saying
me.
that?
Yeah,
What are you saying? Are you saying that people like what she's talking about coming in and saying
The thing
that
is men
you're not gonna let
versus
men
women.
just come
we
in,
talking
right?
about them coming together.
Right.
I
So
want a
we
man
got
to
all
come
kind
in
of different
and
ways
do
of
something.
people coming together. You got independent women that's, you know, out here taking care of their kids from other damaged relationships
Right,
or whatever.
right.
And you got guys that's, you know, got whatever they got going on, but they single. And so when they meet these women, you know, the women like, I already do everything, or, you know, I do what you do, or I know all these people. You know, it's like,
What about just meeting a person halfway? It don't have to always go that way.
I believe in letting a man be a
Well,
man. I'm not trying to be a man.
I think
Y'all heard what I said,
think
and that's
what both of them are saying.
You've
I
been
think what
forced.
he's saying is
Nothing wrong with a strong black woman.
Thank
Nothing
you.
I'm not
wrong
trying
with
to
it.
take out the trash.
what
I don't want to
he's
dust off the
saying-
snow
what
on my
he's saying
car.
is when you meet,
I don't wanna do that.
But you will if you have
If
to.
I had to.
listen to what my brother said. He gonna
Okay.
explain it
I
to
think
you.
what he's saying is when you meet a woman with that caliber, let's say that, it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard to step into that role. Where I think she's saying that the right man will come in and take that role. So I think they're saying the same thing, but they're saying it a different way. You feel like the man if that's the man that's going to do that in your life, he'll just come into your life and will just take that role. He'll say, you don't have to worry about it. I'm going to do it. Right?
I'm totally going to allow him to do that. But if he's not there, then what am I supposed to do as a woman? I have to take the snow off my car. I have to take out the trash. I'm not saying I want to do any of those things. But what I'm saying is sometimes we've been forced to do those roles that a man does, and we don't even want to carry that weight. I don't even want to carry that weight. So for y'all looking at me thinking, oh, she's just some militant black woman. Well, that's not necessarily the case. The case is someone's got to take out the trash, and if he's not there, I got to do it. And I know how to say, honey, can you please take that out? I appreciate it.
At what point did you get upset that you didn't take it out?
I'm not going to be upset because if you don't take it out, you're not going to be here.
That no, y'all. Just said at what point would you be upset? Well, clearly you went from being upset to taking action.
I
And the
wasn't-
action
I
was
wasn't
you're no
upset.
longer here.
I'm not
So
upset,
you're saying
period,
if
but
a
if you're
man
going to
doesn't
be
take out
here,
the trash one time, you're done with him?
no, what
Are
I'm
you saying like
is,
explain that to me about
what I'm
that.
saying is if you're in my space, in my
Mhm.
queendom, because
Right.
everyone doesn't come to my queendom.
Okay.
But if you happen to be there and you see
Right.
the trash needs to be taken out, you know, I may suggest, honey, can you take that to the dumpster because it's late? I don't want to go. Do you mind? Or maybe he has sense enough to say, let me just take this out because I don't mind and I don't want her
Right,
going
right,
out.
right,
So
right.
it depends on who the man is. It depends on how you run your relationship.
Right.
I don't have a problem. Let me just say this, men. I don't have have a problem letting a man be a man. I'm not trying to wear your pants, change the oil, change the tire. I don't want to do any of that. But if I have to, like I'm saying, women are forced to do those things. We don't necessarily want to do that. So if y'all think
You ain't trying to raise no boys,
I'm
are
not
you?
trying to do that. I'm just saying.
Man, I've been married a long time, and man, my wife is hard, man. That woman is crucial, man. I'm telling you, I mean, she loves me, man. I mean, she does everything that she's supposed to do, man, as a wife and a mother.
Okay, would you want her changing her tire?
She ain't gotta do that.
Thank you.
I'll drive all the way across the world to change that woman's tire.
Good.
I do everything that I do that I'm supposed to do as a man, and she does everything that she's supposed to do as a woman. Now, if I start slipping, like I hurt my back last year. I had surgery, and I was going to work, and man, I'm telling you, I was suffering, man, and I was barely making 20 hours, and just enough to keep the insurance on. And she looked at me and she said, "You need to start trying to increase your hours." And I looked at her and I said, I got surgery coming up. And she said, "Yeah, but you need to try to do something more." She knew how strong I was and what I could do when I was trying to lay down and eat cookies and stuff. Man, she put it on me, and I'll never forget it. She did what she was supposed to do to keep me lifted up. See, if she want to be the queen, she got to make sure she take care of the king. And if I want her to be the queen, I got to make sure. So it's that balance. You was talking about it. Everything is balanced. The universe is balanced. Yes, sir.
Do you think you come from?
You gotta speak up, King. Trees,
Excuse
please,
me,
Mike.
sir. Do you think you come from a different time as far as men, women dealing with each other, men, their place in the community as a whole, women, they place in the community as a whole, and their overall interactions of dealing with each other? Do you come from a different time? Do you think any of that what you are used to is going on right now?
Okay, I'm gonna put this out here because I didn't sign this paper up here, and everybody really don't need to know my business. But I used to dance on tables for women, so can't nobody put nothing on me that I don't know, bro. I know women like the back of my hand. The Nation of Islam taught us to study the woman, everything about her chromosomes to her blood melt, to study her. So, me just saying that, I'm here. I've arrived. I've arrived at that moral militance of my self-propensity that a man's supposed to stand on his square and he ain't supposed to compromise. So nothing out there matters. I done been through it.
So the same values that rang true in 1985 rang true in 2015.
They're not supposed to be changed. See, the scripture teaches that the truth has fallen in the street. It's like blood. You know, you're gonna drink it just like wine. The more you create habit, the more habit you're gonna go through. The values is there. The Bible is there. You ain't supposed to eat pork meat, but you do. We got it all in insulin. We got it in everything now, so you really don't know what you're doing. You're following the norm. The norm change, you change. Right. Who says you have to change? Who says chivalry is dead? I mean, why do you have to keep going down the drain, bringing your woman with you? Nobody's gonna come up. What they say, the blind lead the blind, both fall in the ditch. Now you two ditch diggers trying to find love down in the trenches. There ain't no love down in the trenches. It's only dirt and worms and flies and everything dirty. I ain't living in the dirt.
That's right.
I'm way up there. I'm talking about a heavenly glory.
That's right.
That woman who says, "I give you my entire love, baby. You got mine too. You want me to rub your back? I don't even have to ask. She knows what I like. She know I got a bad knee. She just rubs it while I'm driving. And I'll rub her back. She loves me to rub her back. I ain't gonna get no sex if I don't rub her back. Come on over here, baby. My arm be tired. I be rubbing, boy. I'm telling you what.
Wait a minute, the arm be tired.
Blood all the way gone. I'm just rubbing. You want me to don't take that. Alright. It may be an hour. I'm still rubbing. She over there snoring. I'm gonna wake you up. But that's all right. These are the things we have to do.
That's right.
If she say, the toilet is dirty, baby, that's mine.
I got
You
you.
take care of the woodwork. I got the toilet. She don't want to do the woodwork. I'll do the woodwork. So yeah, man, the standards are the same. We just don't want to play.
Right.
One thing I want to piggyback on, Mr. Kirk, is that you mentioned the truth, and the truth is the truth, and it can't be changed. And a lot of times, a lot of things can be changed and altered and messed with if enabled. However, once you start messing with the truth, it's no longer the truth. And the truth is that, and trust is the same as the truth. Trust, when you are honest and when you're being truthful, you don't compromise on that. You don't try to find a way to make someone think or feel a certain way when you're not there. And this is going back to where's trust in relationships. And in relationships, there's all this facade that is put out early on in relationships, and it's not the truth. And the truth can't be changed. So if you are presenting to be one thing, the expectation is that that's who you are. That's who you're going to be.
Correct.
However, when you get 60 days, 90 days, a year in a relationship, and you start to see a different person, this isn't a different person or a different situation. This is the truth.
Right.
This is who they really are.
So
So
the representative first.
exactly.
Right.
So when it comes to trusting, I think trust is a choice. However, it's not always about trusting that other person. It's also about trusting yourself. Trusting your instincts, your intuitions. When you see something and you hear something and you know it sounds a little funny, and this is especially for us ladies, you know it sounds a little funny. You know one and one isn't adding up to be two. But we go along with it because there's not enough evidence to say go against it. But we have to trust ourselves, and when we start trusting ourselves and trusting that our intuitions are God-driven, like that is the Spirit leading us and guiding us to make certain decisions, that's there for a reason, we can trust that other people, because now I know that if I go with what is inside of me, that I can trust whatever choice I make with you, and I can trust you because I trust myself.
Right.
So it's a choice, but it starts from within.
Trust yourself. I agree totally.
Yes.
Wholeheartedly.
Oh, trust. This is on trust, right?
Yeah, speak up a little bit, William. We got to speak up a little bit.
Okay. I mean, what everybody's saying, I pretty much agree with. Trust, like I said, it's a personal decision. You want to trust the person that you're with to step into that role and to be honest with you. And and with men, I think men have to do better with trusting women. And saying, I think just now this, in my opinion, is just it's different from his time when he grew up.
Right.
And I just think, it's really messed up now. So it's like, it's so much now, you have to not only trust the person cheating, you have to wonder if they're cheating on you with the opposite sex.
Wow.
So I mean, it's just a whole lot of
Same
things
sex.
that
Right.
are,
Same sex.
yeah.
Why did he say this
Started late.
when he grew up? I mean,
Well, because you keep saying, what did you say,
I ain't that old now, G.
I'm talking about because you're referring to how things were different. Well, how you just talk about how things were different.
Yes,
I'm sure
sir.
they were when you were young.
Yes, sir.
You were coming up, like you said, when you supported your wife.
Yes, sir.
And at the same time, I had your scenario where you said she had you wait, but I personally know people who have waited until their marriage and their divorce, and I know people who had sex the same night and they met and they're still married. So I think it's an individual thing, and it's an individual trust when it comes to that relationship, and just as far as the standards and everything, it's all. I think it's an individual basis. It's what the person's been through, and it's how the person has dealt with the past. As far as the previous relationships, if they took time out to relearn themselves and learn from their mistakes. I mean, it's more to it than just trust or double standards. There's a lot of self-growth and other things that get involved with somebody and it's going to help them in a relationship with somebody else.
Man, I'm gonna say something what the sister over here was saying. It's an individual choice. I mean, you can choose to get married right off the top, but me, I've seen it over and over. I got 7 more brothers, and the majority of them are divorced 2 or 3 times, and I've seen them. And I'm the 5th out of the 8, and I've seen them. It's better when you just put time into the courtship. Just put time. That gives each of you time to see everybody's hidden stuff.
See,
Everybody's got a little hidden
to see
stuff in the
everyone's
closet.
flaws, because everybody's flawed. We're two people trying to come together, but we're both flawed. And if I
Yeah.
don't tell you that I'm flawed, you're gonna think I'm whatever you think. And if you don't tell me, you know what I mean, then your flaws eventually are gonna show, and we're gonna clash.
Exactly.
And
The
I'm gonna be
sister-
disappointed,
The
and
sister
you're
right
gonna
here
be
said,
disappointed.
come right on out with it.
Right.
Just come right on out with it. These are the things that I like.
This
These
is
are the
what I
things that I
like,
don't
what
like.
I don't do, what I will do, what I'm willing to do. Let's go. You know what I mean?
We're making a mistake here. See, check this out. The only thing if you're going, a whole bunch of stuff I want to say, but real quick, like, if you give me a check sheet on everything you like, that's what I'm going to do. Everything you like, or everything you don't like, you know what I'm saying? But I know if I do that, it's a payoff. Let's just get to know each other.
It don't mean
Let's
it's
just hang out. You
Yeah,
know what
and
I'm saying?
that's what I
You ain't got to
understand that
tell
too.
me. You know, I get tired of talking to women, you know, and I ain't gonna lie to you. And I get tired of talking to women, and I hear them say stuff like, well, we're gonna be friends. Not necessarily to me, but to anybody. I just say, when in your life have you ever met someone and you say, you know what, we're gonna be friends?
I don't think women and men
When
can
does
be
that ever
friends.
No, but listen to me. Y'all need to get that. Look, I don't know who whispered in your ear, who told you this is how you need to be. I need to get that out your mind.
But what if
See, you
it's
got
like
some
you're-
old school in you
I
too,
don't
bro.
think women and men
That
can be
2015, it ain't that
You know what
bad.
if it's
Internet
like-
dating, it's
What
quick.
foolishness.
No, what if it's
None
like
of y'all met each other and said, hey, you know what, we gonna be cool.
I just said women
No,
and men really
no, what if
End up
you-
being that way.
Wait a minute, Trees. Let
What if
Candace
you're
speak.
you're in a you're dating somebody, and this is what my example was. Say we hanging out, I invite him over for dinner. I cook him dinner. My thing was not to give him a check sheet from the day we meet, like you need to do this, this, and this. 'Cause that's not realistic. My thing was, okay, it's been a month. I've been cooking dinner for you at least every Saturday. I would like to be taken on a date.
Hold on, check it out. First of all, I'm gonna tell you this too. Y'all don't
I'm
be
not
mad at
fixing
me. You
dinner.
know what the problem is? You pretty ass women is dating busters. Y'all not talking to players. You're not talking to real men.
Players.
Yeah, and
What
y'all,
is a
and
player?
hold on.
Player.
That's
What is a
wrong. That's
player?
what's wrong right now.
What is a player?
That's what's
No,
wrong
that's
right
what's
now.
wrong with you,
Somebody
because you
whispered
said
in your
player.
ear. Somebody
No, you
whispered
just
in your
said
ear.
player.
Exactly.
Players
Somebody.
are dead.
Hold on. What if I
Players
told?
are dead.
No,
Standard
players are
players
not.
are dead.
No, players are not.
Players are dead.
Players are not
Okay.
dead.
Because
See,
there's
that's-
players.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Wait a
He's
minute.
right.
Trees.
He
Wait a minute,
is
Trees.
right. He's right. I mean, me and my wife were talking about this the other day. That
Argue with me.
women,
Player.
women are finding these thug guys
You know what I'm saying?
to be the bomb.
Right.
Okay,
That's
They're not looking for decent Joes today. They're looking for that hip hop boy. Hair hanging down.
Tell us
There's
about what
plenty of
you're
women
gonna say. Go
who,
ahead.
there's plenty of women who isn't gonna say, okay, I need to be taken on a date. Can we go to a restaurant or have other standards?
You're not
so
talking to
there's
players. Let me tell you what a player is.
Okay, tell us, explain
Yeah,
to
let
us.
me
We
get
need
that.
to know what's going on here.
A player meets you. A player meets you.
She's getting
A player meets you. He don't mind going where you go, or y'all can go where he want to go. He gonna take care of everything.
That's
you know
right.
what I'm saying?
That's
That's what
a
a
real
player
man.
does. No, I'm talking about a player. Because the reason I say player because just because he's a man don't necessarily make him a player. You know what I'm saying? A player is a smooth, savoir faire. Not just to get the food nanny. It's because that's what a gentleman. See, he had touted other things, but in today's term, I'm talking about player. My definition, I might even tell you pimping. You know what I'm saying? But guess what though? It's an acronym. Exactly. It's an acronym. You need to get that negative connotation about these different words out your mind.
I
To
didn't know
me,
pimping
to
was-
me, what pimping is having a positive influence over most people. While
Oh,
me,
look at you.
that's
High
pimping.
five to you.
thank you.
Everyone doesn't know that. High five.
The reason why they don't
High
know that
five.
because they ain't pimping.
Okay.
Well, not everybody has
everything you know.
not everybody
Everything
has
you know, everything you know,
Instead of 5 women giving them money, taking them there, taking them all hanging out
Everyone
together.
doesn't know that though. And
Okay,
that's-
wait a minute.
everyone doesn't know
Finish.
that.
I want to finish this statement. Finish this statement. I want to hear this.
I listen to you ladies, not just you ladies, but I talk. You know, I'm in entertainment, so I meet a lot. I'm single, so I talk to a whole lot of different people, a lot of different reasons. I got sisters, cousins. I know a lot of women. My man said you gotta study, you gotta love women, you know, a lot. But I see y'all making the same mistakes where y'all let these suckers gas you up. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be waiting for little boys to do things that grown men do. When a man approach you, you run him off. Or you tell him we're gonna be cool because you don't know if you should trust him or not. He might just be being cool just to get your draws. How about y'all just be cool and when time is right, whatever happened, happened. You know what I'm saying? Because you get caught up into this time thing. Tell y'all, big secret. This for every woman that's single. You know, the only time you in charge of the sexual thing, that's the first time. Because whether you know it or not, y'all probably more caught up in the sex than most men that's about getting money. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm about my money. I ain't got time to be worried about getting no food. You know what I'm saying? That ain't how my, when I want some, oh, I want it. I want it bad when I want it. But I'm trying to give me some money. So I ain't got time to be, hey, what you doing? I ain't got time for all of that. You know what I'm saying? One get to me, you know I'm at my office from 11 in the morning to whenever I can get up out of there. I don't cook. I'm a house, but I don't do none of that. Show up, whatever, you know. All of that, but it's not about me, just on some real stuff. Just being a man. I see women messing with boys, expecting for them to do what men do. He already doing whatever he do, you can see that. That nigga running around with his pants sagging to the ground, the rims on his car, whatever, you know what I'm saying, riding around. And I'm not saying every guy is like that, but you know, come on, man. He ain't talking about nothing. Now you see him a little grimy, a little dirty. You always know he's talking about working and getting some money, and I ain't talking about selling no dope or nothing. Gentlemen, if he chooses to want to spend some time with you, you know what I'm saying, and you choose to want to spend some time, make it a mutual good thing. Be cool. Remember I talked about cool? Yeah, make it cool. Make it cool. We gotta be accommodating both ways, you know.
So am I wrong for saying if I cook for him, because I invited him over for dinner?
No,
to
you ain't
ask
wrong. You know what you should have did? Stop cooking.
Right. Exactly.
You don't cook. Your motherfucker come over on. I'm sorry. I'm not supposed to cuss. Young fella come over on Saturday be like,
What we eat.
what we eat?
I mean, I feel like as a woman, it doesn't always have to be. It don't always have to be that. I feel like that's where I
You
bounce.
said you did it for a period of time. Like
No, I'm not
did it for a
saying
minute.
I did. I'm just saying as
It
an
happened.
example. Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it ain't all got to be on you. I don't want you to cook every day. I want to go to Red Lobster or go try. I'm a foodie, so I like to go to different places.
But what about
you know
when
what I'm saying?
he's already dated women who they always cook for him? So now he meets me as a whole different standard.
I mean,
That's what I'm saying. That's why you
He's
might
not
have
a no.
Right.
Right.
But I'm saying that not every guy is gonna be perfect. He's not gonna come into the situation perfect. He might have already had these women
And
that
if it was so
have
good for
standards.
him, if it was so good for him, and that goes for men and women. If it was so good for you before, that's where you need
Right,
to
and
be.
that's where I feel like you
I
have
don't
to step
preach.
up
Don't
and
tell me
set
about
that
how good
standard.
it used to be, because you ain't
I feel
with
like
him
you
now.
have to step up and
Well, it
set
couldn't have
the
been
standard.
too
Not just
good.
straight
Go
up
ahead,
always
William.
be a man.
Only thing I'm not hearing is like, did anybody tell anybody? You know, was there any communication?
That's why I give him the spiel up front. That's why I give you the spiel up front. That way we're clear.
That's why I said I would like
Okay,
to.
maybe
talking to me or with
maybe
me?
it's not a
Are you
spiel.
talking
Okay,
to me
so
or
don't
with
I
me?
say I would like to
So don't
be
take
taken
what
on a
I'm
date.
saying. Right.
I feel like there should be a balance.
Don't take what I'm saying literally. But when you give a man and
verbally
you,
tell him that.
right, if you tell a
And if he
man what
takes
you
me on a date,
expect,
then we can keep going. If he don't, then you can.
No,
you
that's
can go
not.
your way.
Candace,
We don't know how to
Candace,
talk to y'all, and y'all don't know how to talk.
because
to
women and men hear things differently.
Right.
Because
They
a man
see
will
things
say
and
one
hear things
thing and
differently.
I will hear something
So
different.
this is going on to our next topic, which is probably going to go into next week.
next week.
Next week, because where are the women who like flowers, dates, and phone calls? Where are the men
We're right
who
here.
went working,
We're all
who
sitting here.
did family oriented, that took care of their responsibilities? Where are they? In 2015, they're just not. It's just not happening. So,
ain't that it's not happening.
who would like to go ahead and go in on that? Men, women, just take the floor. Go ahead, Yolanda.
I would really quick. So as far as the women who like flowers, dates, and phone calls, I think that just how society has changed and evolved, we are in a place where there is little expectation for communication. And you send a text, you send a message, an instant message or whatever, and that is the gist of the communication of the
Right,
relationship.
right,
And
right.
because that, and like I think someone said earlier, you use, instead of sending flowers, you send some characters, emojis.
by the buttocks and pull me in. Man, you gotta talk, man.
That's right.
You gotta talk. Ain't nothing different from back then now. Love is the same.
Right. Right.
You're just afraid.
No, we was talking about the value system, though, as far as like the men. No, I understand that. I'm talking
The
about
whole-
like, the value system as
talking
far
about
as like,
communication.
okay, we know this. It's grown folks. We know that stuff today ain't necessarily made like the stuff they used to make. If you go get a Big Mac, the Big Mac in 2015 don't taste like the Big Mac.
Yeah, but that woman is the same.
No, that's
And
what I'm
that
saying.
man is the same. We just forgot. They change fries and make them curly. I don't care what they do with that.
Now,
That
let's
woman
say-
is going to be black and she's going to be beautiful. I don't care.
No,
You
and I
can treat her
understand
right
that.
and she will treat you right.
And I-
Men pull the pants up, go to work, take care of that woman. You treat that woman right, that woman going to treat you right.
So you're saying times have
I ain't
changed,
no
but people
old
haven't
fool.
changed.
Values are
But I'm going to tell you something. I've been in the game a long time, boy. You talking about player, I was that. You talking about hustler, I was that.
Yes, he
I was
was.
all of that. Well, it ain't too many people got too much of nothing on me, Jack. I'm just saying. Slanging, LA. Come on, man.
Been there,
I
done that.
changed. I got it now. And I've been having it for a long time. House, cars, bill, everything paid. Finished. I'm just setting up, riding the money now. Taking care of that queen the same as I did the first day I met her. She's up there. You keep that woman up there, man, that woman gonna take care of you, man. You ain't gotta be out there hustling around and suffering, going through these changes and drama and arguing and passing one to the next one and hurting her feelings, and then she lashing back, treating you like a dog, sleeping with other women. Man, you ain't gotta go through that. Put them up there. That's where they deserve to be.
That ain't the life
Up
no-
there.
nobody.
Man, ain't nothing, man. That's dead, man. I've been making good love, man. I mean, I'm gonna make love tonight. I'm just saying, bro. I know how to do it, man. I get mine on. I never give me all this praise be y'all. I'm just saying. I got Jesus too.
That's right.
Can't be a Muslim if you ain't got Jesus.
Hey
no.
man, look, everybody needs Jesus. Well, listen, guys. We hope you guys will come back next week because we gotta do a part 2 because
Part two.
we are out of
Hakeem,
time.
man, Hakeem.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Thank you so much.
Problem solved.
Great show.